Alright, so in lesson 7 we're looking again at user guides. It's a big area, so we're covering this in 2 units. And where in lesson 6 we looked at how to structure the table of contents of the user guide to outline the whole picture. Here we'll be focusing in on one section of the user guide and looking at how to basically how to create one of the chapters. So if lesson 6 was how to plan your chapters, lesson 7 is how to fill one of them in. And a chapter of a user guide is something, again, related to a how-to guide. It's going to have procedures. It's a chapter in a book, though, has its own characteristics. There is the need to keep a kind of flow going through this long document to help your reader make it from one end of the book to the other. And so chapters in books have certain features like the review section at the end of the chapter, some section at the very start that tells people what to expect, and a kind of encapsulation of a certain sized chunk of information that is actually quite consistent. You can look at almost any kind of technical book out there, and chapters are all about the same length and cover about the same kind of chunk of content. And this is for a reason. It's an amount of material that people can grasp in one sitting before they get worn out and need to come back later. Now, another aspect of user guides is that often they have a lot of illustrations, and probably, you know, in every kind of writing, illustrations are very valuable. Particularly in certain kinds, though, user guides more than anything else. You're trying to describe possibly complex procedures, and probably it's a product that's either software, and in many cases it's software because software is so complex it requires user guides, or it's some piece of technology, perhaps a fancy cell phone that has a lot of features. And to help people with this product's interface, with its if it's software, it's got some kind of screen layout. If it's a cell phone, it's got its buttons and menus. And to help people through this, you need a lot of illustrations. And so one of the things we'll be looking at in this unit is how to use those illustrations, how to ensure that they're of good quality, and this skill will carry over into other kinds of writing. If you're making a magazine article, you need good art. A proposal benefits from good illustrations, and so on. So we will, in this unit, be wrapping up our look at the vast subject of user guides.